Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Arisha Jones. The family and friends of a young Phoenix City boy killed in a crash last weekend came together to say their final goodbyes. Aiden Kitchens was killed last Saturday night after a woman stole a car and caused 3 separate car accidents on Veterans Parkway, according to Columbus Police. The 7-year-old boy was laid to rest today at Vance Memorial in Phoenix City. The woman, Catherine Adams, has been charged with vehicular homicide. A woman was arrested for armed robbery in Columbus today. According to police reports, Kimberly Holmes was arrested early this morning for the armed robbery of the Circle K on Beaver Run Road. The report says Holmes came into the store and made a gun gesture with her hand inside of a bag. The police report does not say if she got away with any cash. Now, we've seen some sun the past 2 days, which is quite different than what we've been experiencing earlier this week. Elizabeth Iamori is standing by to tell us what we can expect in the next few days.
Thanks, Arisha. Tomorrow, more sunshine and dry weather, which is good news. We definitely need it. But by the work week, or by next week, we will see more rain and more thunderstorms. Today, topping out in the upper 70s and low 80s, 20 degrees above average for some folks, 84 that high in Eufaula, 78 was the high here in Columbus. Again, another warm day tomorrow and keeping the Doppler radar network dry. No rain out there right now, and that'll continue to be the case for tomorrow, helping those rivers come down. A lot of green here on this map. Those are flood warnings. A little note about the Chattahoochee River. If you were down there today, you definitely could see the Riverwalk, or you couldn't see the Riverwalk, that is, as it is underwater along with the Phoenix City Amphitheater. It's right now a little over 29.5 feet. Flood stage is 27, and it is coming down. But again, with the rain that we're expecting on Monday, more flooding problems are in our future. Tomorrow morning for church, 64, could have some patchy fog around. It's going to be a little on the sticky side again tomorrow. More on your forecast, though, coming up.
Alabama continues to recover tonight after yesterday's severe weather. Over a dozen roads remain closed in Elba at this time due to flooding in the area, and more residents have now been evacuated out of their homes. Reporter Rosanna Smith has the story.
I grabbed what I could and what I could of hers, and I was gone.
Dawn Randall's home is just one of more than 100 structures in Coffee County now underwater. For her and her niece, the past 2 days have been a living nightmare.
I have 5 kids that want to go home, and I don't have no home for them to go to.
With the water levels nearing record highs, residents who lived through previous historic floods remain in awe of how Mother Nature has left her mark once again.
I would have never thought it. I just think that this is the worst we've had as far as outside the levee.
For both city and county leaders, the condition of the levee has been the biggest concern. After a completed survey by the Army Corps of Engineers, it looks like the levee is performing as it should under these conditions.
As of today, we're tracking real good. We feel real good about the levee.
While that is great news, everyone realizes there is still a long road ahead in making sure those impacted the most get the help they need to start over.
If we can get a disaster declaration in the area, then hopefully we can get the federal government in here to help some of the individuals and some of the businesses and even the government organizations here locally.
The Coffee County EMA is currently planning to begin the preliminary damage assessments as early as next week. Rosanna Smith in Elba for the Raycom News Network.
Alabama Governor Robert Bentley toured damaged areas of Coffee County today as emergency crews brace for even more flooding. The National Weather Service has extended flood warnings for parts of southern Alabama until Monday. Today, the governor spoke to families at Elba Elementary School, where the Red Cross is housing families who were forced to evacuate their homes on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Friday, Governor Bentley declared a state of emergency following several days of severe weather and heavy rains.
I want people to be very careful when they're driving. Never cross water that has risen to where you can't see the road. That is a dangerous situation because cars can be washed off of the road very easily. That's how we lose a lot of lives in floods.
190 roads in Alabama are closed due to flooding. Some scary moments at an Atlanta area mall today. DeKalb County police are investigating shots fired near Stonecrest Mall. Police say several stores inside the mall were placed on lockdown after the gunshots were heard. Officers searched vehicles looking for the shooter. Luckily, no injuries were reported. Alabama police are also searching for 2 gunmen who shot 4 teenagers outside a movie theater in Mobile, Alabama. Police say 2 14-year-olds were both shot in the leg. 2 other 18-year-old victims were recovering from non-life-threatening injuries. Gunshot wounds to the abdomen, hip, and thigh. Witnesses say the victims got into an argument with the 2 gunmen in the movie theater parking lot before the shots fired.
But I seen all these folks out here, so I came out here, and all I heard was gunshots. But they need their mama. They mama need to come out here and get them. Cause this ridiculous.
Police say the 2 shooters ran away. A fire broke out at the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama this afternoon, causing heavy damage and evacuations as at neighboring buildings. The Operation Mars facility caught fire around 2 today when people were viewing the new Star Wars movie. The cause of the fire is unknown. The building has not been open to the public for some time. This is the 2nd fire reported at the Space and Rocket Center this year. As we wind down the month of December, you would think folks will be finished with their holiday shopping, but that wasn't the case today at Columbus Park Crossing. News Leader 9 Andrew McDevitt brings us the story.
The holiday season has retailers generally buzzing, but here we are the day after Christmas, and the strip malls are still full.
It's really busy. The stores are really crowded. The lines are really long. It's like, didn't you already get enough stuff for Christmas?
There were plenty of reasons to be out shopping on this December 26th. First of all, the weather was beautiful. Surprisingly, not everyone was happy about the warm temperatures.
Not cold. I love it. It's not cold. It's December. It's supposed to be like freezing. I'm supposed to be wearing jackets.
I'm ready for it to get cold, to be honest, though. Ready for it to get cold. I'm getting tired of this hot weather.
Oh, it's really nice. I'm so glad the rain has passed because it was really crazy.
Lots of retailers were holding post-Christmas sales that were attracting shoppers into their stores.
But really, it's a lot of good deals everywhere in the stores around here. Macy's got good deals, you know what I'm saying? What else? GameStop.
Getting some jeans and some shoes, jewelry.
Along with the ramped up deals, there were lots of people making their way to the stores to return gifts that they did not want or were not the right size. Reporting in Columbus, I'm Andrew McDevitt for WTVM News Leader 9.
According to USnews.com, retail sales during the holiday season were only up 1%, a much smaller rise than anticipated. An organization to prevent you from getting behind the wheel intoxicated this year is here. The Bradford Health Services Tipsy Taxi will take drivers from bars in Columbus, Phoenix City, and Fort Benning all for free. This service runs until January 1st from 9 at night till 3 in the morning. Organizers say this is the biggest time of the year for drinking. You can find the link to Tipsy Taxi on our website, WTVM.com, under the local tab. Officials in California are battling a massive blaze in Ventura County, and winds are making it worse. Plus, a heroic Tennessee teen who died trying to save the lives of his friends was laid to rest today.
And here's your Energy Saver umbrella winner. It's Robert Anderson from Lynette, Alabama. Definitely needed that last week, and you're going to need it next week. We'll break down your forecast coming up after the break.
you can count on. This is WTVM News Leader 9.
Dangerous weather taking aim at the U.S. this holiday weekend. As storms batter the south, a dramatic wildfire is forcing evacuations in the west. A downed private power line sparked the fire, which has now surged to more than 1,200 acres. ABC's Kano Whitworth in Ventura County, California, has the latest.
Oh my God, we are driving through fire.
A holiday nightmare greeted drivers in Southern California Christmas night.
We can't see anything.
Fast-moving flames at first creeping toward the 101 freeway.
Oh my God.
This is scary. This is like it's gonna jump the freeway.
Then it did, forcing many people to either turn back or drive into the thick smoke.
Crazy, huh?
Over and over, drivers passed flames right at the roadway's edge. Fire officials saying powerful Santa Ana winds gusting 45 miles an hour carried embers over the highway, pushing it across what should have been a natural barrier. The State Highway Patrol shut down parts of the 101 and the nearby Pacific Coast Highway. County officials immediately put the Solomar Beach community under mandatory evacuation and surrounding areas on voluntary status.
Make sure that everything's buttoned up tight. If you leave any window or door or garage door open, that's just an entrance for one of these embers.
By daylight, the fire had grown, huge plumes of smoke filling the sky. On the ground, fire crews trying to contain the flames, but after 4 years of drought, there is plenty of fuel. The grass and bushes extremely dry.
It's a very dynamic fire. The fire is going to resist our control because we're at the end of this drought.
600 firefighters on the scene with aid coming in by air, but the winds are still a concern.
We're not quite out of the woods yet.
Kano Whitworth, ABC News, Ventura County, California.
Officials expect to spend the next 3 days or so getting this fire fully under control. Earlier today, friends and family gathered to pay their final respects to a teenager who died trying to save 3 friends. 15-year-old Xavion Dobson was killed December 17th in Knoxville, Tennessee. He died while shielding 3 girls from a spray of bullets. More than 2,000 people attended the funeral service for the football player, including his math tutor of 3 years.
That was an ultimate sacrifice to say that I'm going to think about some other people other than myself with no hesitation. A lot of us can't say that would have been our instant thought, was to think about the others that we were with and to protect them over our own self.
Friends described Dawson as smart, funny, and a hero in the Knoxville community. Tornadoes swept through Dallas tonight, causing significant damage. Officials are saying it could have been as many as 3 tornadoes. Here's the footage right now. Right now, at least 4 people are confirmed dead. Emergency responders say numerous houses and businesses have been destroyed.
Another day, another event of severe weather. It's just been day after day here across the southeast.
And even though we didn't see any tornadoes in our area, still had a lot of flooding.
Yeah, definitely. We had a lot of flooding. We had some severe weather early Thursday morning, but yeah, Christmas Day, which they had some in Alabama and Mississippi. It was just so sad. But I actually have a picture that I grabbed from Facebook of that tornado. If you want to go ahead and take that, you can see a very large tornado, and it's usually hard to see them at nighttime, but with the lightning right behind it, it just kind of lit it up just in time for this picture. So yeah, a very sad situation over there in the Texas area that was near Dallas, outside of Dallas. This is that system that's bringing that severe weather, and that's actually going to track to the east. And as it does that, it's going to bring our fair share of rain and thunderstorms again to the picture for Monday all the way through Thursday of next week. Again, more flooding problems and the chance of some strong storms. The chance of severe weather very, very low. You see here on our severe weather outlook, we're under that green color, and that is a minimal risk of severe weather. So right now, just something we'll be watching and want you to stay updated with us as we head towards next week. But again, not anticipating too much in the way of severe weather. But definitely want to keep our eye on it. Now going into Sunday, again, could have some areas of patchy fog, but really a day of no rain again. We definitely need it again to help us dry out the area and let those rivers and the creeks and the ponds go down, because still looking at some flooding concerns around those areas. Going into Sunday afternoon, more of the same. A couple of sprinkles possible. I did keep a little mention of some rain coming in later on Sunday. By Monday morning, More clouds around, low rain chance for Monday morning, but by the afternoon time, you see that line of showers and thunderstorms make its way into the Chattahoochee Valley. This is at 5 o'clock on Monday, and we are looking at some heavier rainfall to move through again. Some strong storms are possible. Keeping the rain in the forecast throughout Monday in the overnight hours into Tuesday. Tuesday all the way through Thursday, similar situation, rain and storms. Again, our main concern this coming week again is going to be flooding. Temperatures during the overnight hours in the mid-60s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow is going to be another warm/hot day, especially in terms of December. We're going to be again about 20 degrees above average. Mid to upper 70s, 76 in Columbus, 78 in LaGrange, 76 there as well in Americus, with that slight chance of rain I was talking about. More rain though later in the day on Monday, taking us into Tuesday. Better shot of rain for Wednesday. We'll have some morning showers on Thursday. As of now, expecting things to dry out by the later half of Thursday. Of course, that is New Year's Eve. By New Year's Day, January 1st, we're looking at cooler temperatures finally where we should be for this time of year. Low 50s as we start off 2016, temperatures near freezing. So it does look a little better after the next several days, but we do have to get through another round of rain and storms.
Okay, we'll keep our eye on the flooding levels.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Well, after the holidays, we look forward to indulging in those leftovers, but without the proper safety tips, you could fall victim of food poisoning. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics says we should eat the leftovers within 3 to 4 days. You want to get the food into the refrigerator quickly to keep bad bacteria from multiplying. It should be set below 40 degrees. And when it's time to reheat those leftovers, bring the temperatures back up to the level when cooked the first time. Coming up, bowl season kicks into high gear with half a dozen games today and tonight. Dave has scores and highlights. And the Alabama Crimson Tide arrives in Dallas for the national semifinal showdown in 7 days. Sports is next.
WTVM Sports Leader 9, Dave Platt.
Yeah, Christmas breaks in the books. Now the Alabama Crimson Tide has one thing in their minds: getting to work. Nick Saban and his crew flying into Dallas today, arriving at DFW Airport, set to begin that final week of preparation to take on third-ranked Michigan State in the Cotton Bowl and, of course, in the national playoff semifinals. Starting today, it's all about shifting gears, going from Christmas to concentrating on football.
I think the most important thing is everybody get the mindset back to get ready to play a football game, and probably a very challenging game from any perspective when you're in a playoff game with the 4 best teams in the country. I think getting back in the mindset, investing your time in preparation, investing your time in the way you practice, get the most out of practice so that you can go play a complete game.
Alabama and Michigan State will square off New Year's Eve at 8 Eastern. Got plenty of bowl action today. It came down to kicking at the St. Petersburg Bowl. Marshall's Nick Smith with under 2 minutes to go. This 32-yarder, his third field goal of the day, and that helps the Thundering Herd to a 16-10 win over UConn. Marshall earning its 10th win of the season. Meanwhile, at the Sun Bowl in Chile, El Paso, Washington State going to the air. Luke Falk finding Gabe Marks on this 25-yard touchdown pass late in the second quarter. Washington State up 20-7 in Miami at the half. Now the Hurricanes cut it to 2014, but 2 turnovers late in the fourth quarter kill them. This is the second, a halfback pass by Joseph Yearby, picked off by Shalom Luani. That helps seal the deal. Meanwhile, Mike Leach finding out Gatorade baths are a whole lot more fun when it's not snowing. Wazoo wins it 20-14. Washington's Myles Gaskin, the man, at the heart of Dallas Bowl. Late third quarter, Gaskin snapping that 24-all tie versus Southern Miss with this run. He cuts left, goes down the near sideline, and he is gone. An 86-yard touchdown. Gaskin with 181 yards rushing today with 4 touchdowns. Washington a win over Southern Miss, 44-31 your final. Now the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium going to overtime. Duke's Ross Martin boots this 36-yard field goal, and that gives the Blue Devils a 44-41 lead. Indiana gets their chance. They're forced to go for their own field goal. Griffin Oaks from 38 yards out, and it is ruled wide right. Oaks says, hey, it was good. The refs, they're not listening. Duke is celebrating. It's their first bowl win since 1961, 44-41 the final. Virginia Tech's Frank Beamer retiring. The Virginia Tech Hokies looking to set him out in style at the Independence Bowl. Late first half, Greg Stroman on the punt return. Look at him go. In fact, goes the distance. A 67-yard TD run, giving the Hokies a 45-21 lead over Tulsa. Now the Golden Hurricane would come back and make it close, but Vatek wins it 55-52, making it a fitting exit for their Hall of Fame coach. And at the Foster Farms Bowl in Santa Clara, California, playing right now, UCLA Nebraska tied at 21. Third quarter is just getting started. Now, Georgia Southern, they won their bowl game last week, and this afternoon, the Eagles making their next move, introducing Colorado State defensive coordinator Tyson Summers as the new head coach of the Eagles. Summers came prepared to make his pitch to recruits. Matter of fact, taking it back to his days as a grad assistant at GSU.
They know you win here. They know there are good people here. They come on our campus. We sell them on our tradition. We get them on our campus. We're able to sell them on the facilities, everything that we've built here today, and all the things that have been so instrumental in the 10 years since I've been here that have changed, that have put us as one of the premier programs in our conference and in Division I football and bowl champions. You add all those things together, you show them this facility, and then you teach them the traditions of the school bus, of all of Erk's sayings and all of those things that go with it, and that's a big deal.
This is Summers' first head coaching job. Besides being an assistant at Colorado State, he's also been at Central Florida and at UAB. All right, to the court, the NBA. The Hawks coming back from a 15-point deficit versus the Knicks. They really turned it up a notch in the second half. Al Horford, 2 of his 19 points in the night. Hawks on the break. Dennis Schroeder to Horford, who dishes to Thabo Sefolosha, and bucket and foul. Spectacular. It's 182 at this point. Now, it was a rough night for Kyle Korver, but his 1-3 in the evening puts him 8th on the NBA's all-time career three-point list. Hawks roll 117-98, their 6th straight win. And the Cottonmouths winners tonight 3-0 up at Huntsville.
All right, thanks, Dave. And one last check at the weather, Elizabeth.
Yeah, not too bad for your Saturday. Still another warm day, 76 Some sunshine, a few clouds. Rain returns though by Monday.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight, and don't forget to come back tomorrow at 6. Until then, check our website at WTVM.com. Good night.